What's up, guys? Shock the Nation, St. Louis Supercross 2022. This is myself and Brandon Brown. Went up to St. Louis to check out the Supercross. This is my first race to ever have spectated. It was a lot of fun. We had a really good time. We got to stay at a hotel we found on Hotwire. This is the Cheshire in St. Louis. So we're going to look at kind of the hotel accommodations we have here. It's a super cool hotel. I think it's from like the 40s. It's all British themed here, so you can kind of see. We had a really cool pub right there on the left we went to. Really good breakfast. Awesome hang. If you are in the St. Louis area, I could not recommend this hotel anymore. If you are on a mobility scooter from a broken pelvis, they are very accommodating to it, but also there is a lot of expensive stuff in the hallways to hit. So probably not my number one recommendation for that. As you'll see right here, there's large vases. It's pretty much like riding a mobility scooter in a china cabinet. So not the best option of all options for staying in St. Louis. It's pretty cool. They have all kinds of different suites. It's the Death on the Nile suite, which I thought was pretty cool because of the movie. But yeah, going down the hallway, you can see there's all kinds of stuff. This is the room we stayed in, room 217. Going in there, just pretty normal hotel accommodations. A little bit, you got to do the 2 or 3 swipe thing you always do with the card. Man, am I headed back to the desk, or is it going to work this time? Hey, it worked. We're good to go. In the room we go. Luckily, this is our second night here, so it definitely did work. Here is, just 2 beds, normal hotel room. Here we are hanging downtown at Sauce on the Side, a really good place for calzones. Man, if you want to go down there, there's Sugar Fire and a couple different places. This was a kind of a spot we were able to hang. It was difficult to get around on crutches downtown. We were able to find a real cool hang and spent, probably a good hour or so before the race there. Went back to the parking garage, got the scooter, and on the way we went. As you can see, I'm clearly dropping cool anecdotes on B. Brown. He's enjoying them and also enjoying his nice beverage. We had a very good time. So here we go, off, headed to the race, baby. Supercross 2022. Obviously, Jet Lawrence and Eli Tomac, favorites to win tonight. We don't know what's going on. It's my first experience. I always enjoy going to new stadiums. Here we go. Very busy. Going in there. Difficult to get around. Had to charge my little mobility scooter once we got in there, but I was able to make it in and out with no breakdown. So this guy was hawking beer out there. It cracked me up. I may put a little audio into that here.
My beer need hands on it.
So, typical stadium experience there. You got to see beer need hands on it. And now we're off to take a look at our seats. We had really good seats because we were actually sitting out here in the handicap section. I think the seats in front of us were $140, $150 plus. But luckily, in a scooter, one of the benefits of being a scooter is you actually got to be right up there up front in the action. And I think we only ended up paying like $40 a seat, so that's a really good deal. Here we are going through the pits. I actually had to crutch through the pits because my scooter was out of battery. You can see the fly tent over there to your right. The pit area is gigantic, and I can't imagine they're running any generators in there because it was all covered. Super cool time. Tons of people in and out of there. I got to see a lot of really cool things. All the bikes you see on TV. And the weird thing is they don't really, I think the difference in the factory bikes these days isn't that crazy different. So you can see Oakley was there. Monster Energy had some kind of thing that wasn't crutch friendly going on the left there. It looked like a ton of fun. I feel like the crutches probably limited some of that, but also if I wasn't on the crutches, I would have definitely been riding this weekend. So we're here at the best trailer of them all, the Twisted Tea Suzuki trailer. They've actually been doing pretty good this year. Top 10 riders consistently. There's the beautiful bikes. People dog on Suzuki, but man, they're laying it down for a factory team. Top 10 finishes aren't bad. They're definitely not running with Honda or anybody like that, but they're doing pretty good. There's Stank Dog's tent. Stank Dog, we got to see him try to qualify. Unfortunately, didn't make it. AJ Cantazero did make it, though. The Rocky Mountain team, Husky, which they ended up doing pretty good until they had a wreck later in the race. There's Cooper Webb's bike. I didn't get to see him ride that night, but there was his bike. Surprisingly few people looking at the Champ's bike. You know, there's the Moto Academy bike. We almost couldn't even get near Jason Anderson or, you know, Eli Tomac's bike because the crowd was just too wild. But I got a chance to see that. I got to train with AJ Canzero, and I had a really good time. So here we go through just some of the, you know, I don't know if you know, but they do a sight lap in Supercross, something I never knew, but they do a start beforehand. We got to see the qualifier, but this is us just looking at a little bit of the start lap time. And here is them bringing in the pros, and we're all getting super juiced. They're shooting t-shirt cannons. And then, you know, here we'll go into the actual opening ceremonies, which were just nuts. If you've never been to one, I highly recommend it. So here we go. Lasers, fireworks, man, full works. They busted out there inside that stadium. You would not believe the noise. You would not believe the race gas fumes and just the general excitement that this sport brings to that community. Totally nuts. I won't show too much of the race in this video, but I cannot undersell the showmanship that they have at these races, man. It was just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And so here we go. We're going to see a start here in a second, man. And if you want to talk about electricity in the air, they get the crowd amped up, man. You know, the music you hear in the stadium is different than you see on TV. They hit that first corner, and, man, let me tell you, it's on. Hanging it out there. Big jumps, you know, easily 20 feet in the air. Clearing the rhythm section here because we were actually down in the rhythm section corner. And then, you know, we got to see all the big pros. Eli did well, Jet did well. Neither one ended up winning that night, as you very well know, but the energy of the night was just insane. We had such a good time. You know, my buddy knew nothing about Supercross going into this, and he had an absolute blast. B Brown, comment below. I know that there was a lot of explaining, like double, triple, things like that. What does it mean? What is it like riding in the sand section? You know, in hindsight, I think I probably would have rather been near the whoops, but we got to see a lot of wreck action over where we were at. Just overall an absolute blast. If you've never been to a Supercross race, if it's an off weekend for you, or you're injured, I think it's a super good experience. I'd do it all over again. Some expectations for it, you know, I probably could have used for some earplugs. You know, maybe make sure you get food outside the stadium because it's a little expensive. And then besides that, man, thank you guys so much for watching. I think I'll go ahead and let it play out with the last little bit of audio, and comment below anything you think or any questions you have about it. Thank you guys so much.